Hi, I'm Virginia Patterson, and this is my mini presentation on cities and recycling. Recycling is a key component to sustainability. Americans generated 243 million tons of trash in 2009. 55% of this number gets buried into landfills, 12% goes to incinerators, and 33% gets recycled. By recycling this much trash, we reduce the amount of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere. For example, carbon emissions are reduced by 49.7 million metric tons by recycling, an equivalent of 39.4 million passenger cars being taken off the road. And we are using landfills less every year. Recycling dates as far back as 400 BC, and the Romans performed the first documented government-sponsored cleanup in 200 AD. Since then, social and economic conditions have affected how and what we recycle. In 1970, the EPA, or Environmental Protection Agency, had been established to address the problem of waste. Recycling is a step process. Bins are collected and transported to recycling centers. The recyclables are then sorted, processed, and remanufactured. The sorting process begins by taking out non-recyclables by hand. A trammel sorts items by size, and other items are separated by magnets or magnetic fields. Glass is smashed, and the remaining contents are plastics. The most commonly recycled element is paper. Glass is a material that can be recycled infinitely and is done so by sterilization or melting. Americans use 2.5 million plastic bottles every hour. A can be used and recycled in under 60 days. And finally, electronics should be recycled more thoroughly to eliminate e-waste in underdeveloped countries. Generally, in the U.S., the denser the population, the more recycling is done. Of the top 10 recycling cities in the U.S., 4 are from California. This is partially due to state legislature and green acts. One article stated that 84% of 255 U.S. cities surveyed offer single-family curbside. Even with curbside recycling available, the most effective way to increase recycling rates is to get public involvement. If consumers are aware of recycling, then more will occur. Incentives to recycle include buyback programs, which give consumers money for recycling. Developing countries have the lowest recycle rates. The graph shows major European city recycle rates and populations. Madrid and Berlin are the best in 2005. Sadly, e-waste still increases as technology expands, and 50 to 80% of computers from the U.S. are not actually recycled. Cars and cell phones are also major contributors. These are a few fun facts that I found on the internet. Rainforests are being cut down at the rate of 100 acres per minute. A single quart of motor oil. In conclusion, the U.S. is the #1 trash-producing country in the world.